Hello and welcome to Frank Speaks. Step into the fascinating world of firearm evolution as we uncover the compelling history of guns from their ancient origins in China to the present day. Join us as we journey through time to explore the innovation, impact, and the ongoing debate surrounding firearms. They have existed for more than 1,000 years and have affected warfare and society in general in ways perhaps no other innovation can match. We are still talking about guns. Once just the weapons of the world's military forces, guns are now considered a right of the average citizen by some people, especially in the United States, where it was written into the Constitution. So when were guns invented? The invention of gunpowder. It all started in China around 1850 CE when Chinese alchemists accidentally created a gunpowder while trying to develop a fount of youth potion. The resulting black powder, called huye, was a blend of charcoal, saltpeter, and sulfur. The then reigning Song Dynasty was the first to have used gunpowder in warfare. They did so against the Mongols, while constant innovations into the country plagued the Chinese throughout this very period. The first guns. The Chinese attacked the Mongols with flying fires, arrows affixed with tubes of gunpowder that when ignited would propel across enemy lines. More gunpowder-based weapons followed as the Chinese perfected a variety of weapons against the Mongols over the next century, including the first cannon and grenades. Gunpowder arrives in Europe. Gunpowder made its way to Europe in the 13th century, likely over the Silk Road trade route through Central Asia. Rival nations refined gunpowder recipes in the ensuing centuries before arriving at the optimal mixture, approximately 75% saltpeter, 15% charcoal, and 10% sulfur. By 1350, rudimentary gunpowder cannons were commonplace in English and French militaries, who used the explosive technology against each other during the 100 Years' War. As the centuries continued, new and improved cannons were designed, many of which were small and portable. The hand cannon. Eventually, the hand cannon was developed in the early 15th century. It was the first real personal firearm. The Ottoman used these and other cannons during the successful siege of Constantinople in 1453. The powerful new weapons essentially rendered traditional walled fortification of European defenseless. Innovation of the modern handgun. Historians generally consider the Chinese fire lace as the first gun, but before the 15th century, these early guns were tricky to fire. They require both hands and a burning wick to ignite the powder. Development of the matchlock. Enter the invention of the lock, an internal firing mechanism that made shooting a handheld firearm more efficient, easier, and safer. The first was a matchlock, followed by a series of enhancements until we got something more akin to guns we know today. The first known gun to use a matchlock was the 15th century French design, a short-barreled rifle held at the shoulder yet small enough to be handled by one person, a gunpowder-soaked cord in an S-shaped armed bone at the both end until it touched a flashed powder pan, sending a small ball soaring towards its enemy. Despite the greater accuracy, there were cumbersome weapons that require at least 2 minutes before firing. Impact of early guns. Guns are slowly replaced their old guard weapons because they were more economical rather than more lethal. Becoming a highly skilled and highly paid swordman or archer required long life devotion, but a few weeks or months of training could turn a low-class soldier into a capable gunner. Besides increasing the field of soldiers, guns have had a far-reaching influence on the nature of armed combat, from the distance at which dwelling enemies engage one another to the type of weapons soldiers incur. In military technology, only the horse, which dominated battlefields for millennia, has been more important to modern warfare than the gun. Firearm innovations. The Chinese fire-spitting laces are a far cry from the guns used today. Here is how some of the best-known modern guns came to be. Revolvers. Revolvers are pistols that can fire multiple bullets without reloading. Although the basic design dates back to the 17th century. Revolvers only took off when Simon Colt produced his Vision in 1835. Simon used the interchangeable part to manufacture his firearms, which helped his pistol become the most widely used in the U.S. Civil War of 1861 to 1865. The machine guns. During the U.S. Civil War, soldiers used an early machine gun known as Gatling gun, invented in 1862 by Richard Jordan. The Gatling gun used a hand crack mechanism to shoot rapid fire. The invention of smokeless gunpowder led to the development of Maxi gun by Harry Maxi in 1884. Unlike hand-cracked Gatling guns, Maxi guns were operated and famously used in conflicts including the Spanish-American War of 1898 and the South African War of 1899 to 1902. Maxim-style gun remained popular during both world wars, but the assault rifle eventually replaced it. Now, the assault rifles. Assault rifles can switch between atomic and semi-atomic firing. German inventor Hugh developed the first assault rifle during World War II. Later in the Second World War, Russian inventor developed the now famous AK-47. Thank you for joining us on this insightful exploration of gun history. If you found this video engaging, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more captivating content on this very channel. Hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest releases. Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring the rich history of the world. On Frank Speaks.